Welcome back from commercial to Monday Night Raw from Worcester, Massachusetts. And we've got Money in the Bank qualifying action between Carmella, the Princess of Staten Island, and the Prodigy Roxanne Perez, baby. And what a matchup it shall be between these two competitors who are optimistic of their chances for the match.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring, representing the fabulous Truth from Staten Island, New York, the most beautiful woman in all of WWE, Carmella.
I got my gimmicks mixed up. I forgot that she calls herself that now. It's been a while since she's been on TV, to be fair. It's been like, what, 20... What was the last WrestleMania she was at? 38? What was that, 2022? It's been a minute, man. Miss Carmella. Miss seeing Carmella on the TV, man. She's a good worker. A solid hand, as Ty Dillinger used to say, or not Ty Dillinger, but Cody used to say to Shawn Spears in AEW. Here comes the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez, who is looking to compete.
From Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez.
Who is looking to compete in this matchup for the very first time in her career. If you recall last year, she was going to compete in the match. She was taken out night of Money in the Bank by Mystery Assailant. The Mystery Assailant ended up being Cora Jade, obviously. They resolved their feud at Armageddon of last year. I can remember. With Cora Jade becoming victorious in that matchup. And now Roxanne Perez. New attitude. Same goal. Becoming Miss Money in the Bank. And winning the Women's World Championship for the very first time in her career. Possibly. Does the Women's Money in the Bank have a 100% success rate in cash-ins? I don't recall. I don't remember if anybody failed. I'm trying to remember. This might need to do a Google search. But I don't recall. As "Let's Go Roxy" chants ring out here in Massachusetts, Worcester, Massachusetts. Did not know this place was a real place. Honestly, I thought it was fake. I thought it was made up. I had to Google. I had to Google how to pronounce this city. Did not think it was real, but it is real. It is a real place. As Roxanne Perez is gaining full control of this matchup to start. Sonya Deville, obviously out here. She was she lost. She was on the losing end of her matchup last week, qualifying match against Jade Cargill, who qualified for the Money in the Bank last week. Last week, I saw also Carmella interfere in Mercedes Moné's match for God knows why, to be honest. As Roxanne Perez is draping Carmella across the ropes and choking her out. Going for a chop counter, Carmella. Yeah, still don't know why. Still don't know. Oh my God, counter powerbomb. Ooh, into a European uppercut. That was kind of sick. Still don't know why Carmella interfered in Mercedes Moné's match. Who knows if Mercedes will even acknowledge that happened? Who knows if Mercedes will even acknowledge it by coming out here during her match? I mean, you have to think, with Sonya Deville out here, there's gonna be some shenanigans. Try to get Carmella into that matchup. Carmella, former Miss Money in the Bank winner, 2-time, technically. If we count, look, if we count it, that she won twice. I don't know if they do. I don't know if they acknowledge the fact that James Ellsworth helped her the first time. I don't know if they acknowledge that. I don't know if they acknowledge that she's a 2-timer, to be honest, because they did just have a random Money in the Bank, I think, on SmackDown. As Sonya Deville slides in a chair to Carmella. I think Carmella was going to use it, but saw Roxanne was getting up and didn't have enough time to pull it up. As referee Asia Smith grabbing that chair and getting rid of the foreign object. As Carmella is in full control of this matchup. This Money in the Bank match, there aren't a lot of former winners in this match, so And not a lot of women in this match who have already been in the match. So far, Lyra Valkyria and Sol Ruka has qualified on the SmackDown side last week. Lyra Valkyria obviously coming up short in the Queen of the Ring final against Julia, who inevitably won and will get a championship opportunity at SummerSlam. As these women are battling on the outside of the ring as Roxanne tries to throw her back in the ring, but it's not successful. She hits a Russian leg sweep on that outside of the ring. Extra damage, you know what it is on that padded concrete. Tossing Carmella into that dreaded corner. We could get a count out. This literally happens almost every time on this goddamn game. Please don't do a count out. Please get up at a count of 8. Roxanne Perez is willing to take this kind of victory as I've stated before earlier in her entrance. She has a little bit of a shift in attitude. Later tonight, Io Sky against Thea Hale to qualify for the Money in the Bank. The damage control has been poking and prodding at the beautiful madness Julia. Io Sky, obviously a former Money in the Bank winner. If she were able to qualify for this match along with Carmella, that would be a huge advantage for both women. As well, I think I think Mercedes has been in a. Has she been in Money in the Bank before? I don't remember. I don't think she's ever been in Money in the Bank. I can't recall. No, Jade Cargill hasn't. Roxanne obviously hasn't. Lyra hasn't. So actually, has Lyra since she's been on the main roster? I don't remember. Actually, she was last year, wasn't she? She actually was last year. I forgot. She's been in the match. Roxanne with a pin here. I'm guessing Sonya Deville is distracting the referee. Can't see it off screen. Don't know. Maybe the referee was preoccupied with the turnbuckle pad that Sonya Deville took off. Able to save Sonya Deville from getting pinned in this match. Later in the week on SmackDown, you got Liv Morgan against Zoe Stark. Or not Liv Morgan, sorry. Zelina Vega against Zoe Stark. Sorry. Reading the match card wrong. And Liv Morgan, member of Judgment Day, obviously, with her rivalry with Rhea Ripley. Not facing Rhea Ripley to qualify for Money in the Bank. But she is in it nonetheless. Or she is not in it, but she is going to be competing up against Alexa Bliss. As Carmella gets a count of 2.5. Nearly getting that 3 count there to qualify for Money in the Bank. Hits that super kick, baby. Also, I don't know why she's part of the Fabulous Truth as she gets a 2.9 count on Roxanne Perez, the plucky underdog. As women's wrestling chants ring out here in Worcester, Massachusetts. Roxanne Perez is on the attack of Carmella after that kick out. Carmella playing possum. Kicking the head of Roxanne Perez and dragging her down by her hair. Onto the padded concrete. Oh my god! What a right hand to the midsection. Bouncing her head right up that apron. Kick to the nose, as we know Carmella had wore a mask before. Because she broke her nose. When she was doing the most beautiful woman in the world gimmick, or I guess the gimmick she has right now. But who will qualify? Carmella or Roxanne Perez? Roxanne Perez choosing not to win by count this time around. She was very comfortable with it earlier in the matchup. Not comfortable with it now as she goes on the outside and pursues Carmella as she hits a Hurricane Rana. Or a Frankensteiner, whatever you want to call it. I guess there is a difference. That's more of a Rana though, in my opinion. Who will join Mercedes Moné and Jade Cargill as Carmella is now comfortable with taking a count out. Sonya Deville getting involved. Roxanne Perez counters, throws Sonya in the ring. Bro, why does Sonya have a full fit on? Full kitted out in the jacket. She has a ring gear on. She's ready to go, brother. Dragging the arm down on Carmella. Irish whip. Off the ropes. No counter. I thought it looked like a counter. Drop down. Leapfrog? Leapfrog. Into a clothesline. Look at that 3 count. Following up. 1, 2. No 3. No 3. Kicking out at 2.5. The most beautiful woman in the world. feels kind of weird to call her that, to be honest. Carmella needs to come back, man. She needs a gimmick change. She's been outdated for like 2 years. Please. Hurry back. Get well soon. As Roxanne Perez is pursuing, not letting Carmella get a breath of fresh air. Staying on the attack. Yeah, I'm interested to see how kind of Sol Ruca works out in the Money in the Bank, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of high flyers in this match. I mean, Jade Cargill so far is the only powerhouse to qualify for this matchup. This is not a, Money in the Bank is not a, well, it doesn't really play to anyone's strengths. I mean, a lot of high flyers have been in this match, and not a lot of them have won, to be honest. Not a lot of them have won. It is a career-changing opportunity. A lot of men and women have gone on. Was that an atomic drop? Super kick! Ooh, super kick's a mix session. Super kick! That was sick. A lot of men and women have gone on to change their careers, become world champions. Will Carmella qualify and win another one? And no, she doesn't, as Roxanne kicks out at 2.5. These women are putting on the match for a lifetime as Carmella goes on the outside, pursuing Roxanne Perez, throwing her back in the ring, maybe? Nope. Roxanne fights out with some elbows to the sternum of Carmella. And she's Irish whip into the steel steps. Think she's going to take a count-out victory? No, she's going to punish Carmella a little bit more. But Carmella says no as she counters with a jaw breaker. Carmella getting a handful of Roxanne's hair. Roxanne is just not letting her do whatever she wants here on this outside of the ring. Roxanne Perez now grabbing a handful of Carmella's hair and getting her ass back in the ring, baby. She don't want that count-out victory. She wants to win fair and square in the middle of the ring. Roxanne Perez getting the crowd of Worcester, Massachusetts behind her. And attacking that back of Carmella. You think maybe we're going to see a crossface? I love a good crossface. I cannot lie. I love a good crossface. Dropping down the elbow. As the crowd is chanting, now the face super kick! Oh my god! Super kick out of nowhere! 1, 2, 3. I cannot lie. I thought that was it. I thought Carmella was going to qualify to try to win her third Money in the Bank. She hits Roxanne with a combination of punches and elbows. Irish whip off the ropes. Yeah. Carmella does not do anything. Kick in the gut. Oh. Execution. Execution. What the? That's crazy. 1, 2, 3. Execution. Yo, that's awesome. Roxanne Perez is going to Money in the Bank. But as we know, she qualified last year. Let's just hope she actually makes it to the event this time. But she qualifies for Money in the Bank. Congratulations, Roxanne Perez. And LA Knight he's going to have some problems on his hands in terms of holding on to that World's Heavyweight Championship. With Frost on his back, Opa Femi, Adam Cole, Austin Theory. He's got a load of challengers waiting, lining up to deal with him. But right now, Chelsea Green is looking for a job. Micro don't quite hit the same as Samantha Irving. I'm not gonna lie, but Samantha doesn't work with the company anymore, so we gotta keep it canon. You know what I mean? Chelsea Green in action. Next, fighting for a job. She went undrafted during the WWE draft. Didn't drafted to SmackDown or Raw. Crazy enough. And she has been hanging out at Raw, annoying the hell out of our general manager, William Regal. Helping out Sophia Everett as well. Causing, you know, a little bit of trouble. I mean, was she cost Naomi the Women's World Championship at King and Queen of the Ring? But instead of punishing Chelsea Green, William Regal is giving her an opportunity. The opportunity of a lifetime to be an official member of the Monday Night Raw brand and join this absolutely stacked women's division. In which, I mean, Chelsea Green could find an opportunity here. The Intercontinental Championship, the Women's Intercontinental Championship, was just made vacant on account of Blair Davenport not being able to defend it due to injury, obviously being attacked by who we now know as Bianca Belair. What will happen with the Women's Intercontinental Championship, we do not know. But I mean, over on SmackDown, they freshly came up with the Women's United States Championship, so I'm sure there'll be some tournaments going on. A lot of qualifying matches and tournament matches going on around here. But hey, I mean, it keeps things interesting. And if Chelsea Green can find a way to become victorious here against Naomi, who has been very on her game lately. I mean, she was just a split second away, a hair away from becoming Women's World Champion. She can defeat Naomi here tonight. I mean, hell, she might find herself, Chelsea Green might find herself in Women's Intercontinental Championship territory. I mean, hell, if she was a part of the Raw Women's, if she was a part of the Raw brand, she could have qualified for the Money in the Bank, but alas, not the case. Still wearing the yellow gear, as you can see from In Your House. If you notice a little tidbit there, I mean, technically Sophia Everett's still wearing her yellow gear. You know, as much as she's, you know, trying to steer clear of Chelsea a little bit, you know, Chelsea's still, you know, growing on her. As she said earlier in the night, as Chelsea Green is setting up for something here, as throwing Naomi out of the ring off the ropes. Chelsea Green, suicide dive to the outside of the ring. Starting off, that's the first move of the match, by the way. Ooh. First move of the match is a suicide dive. 2024 wrestling, I'll tell you what. No psychology. Big knee to the face of Naomi. Naomi's first match since a couple of weeks. Well, was it a couple of weeks ago? I think it was just last week. Last week, well, I guess technically a couple of weeks ago because it was Saturday, right? So technically a couple of weeks ago, King and Queen of the Ring, our first match since losing out of that opportunity. But you got to think. I mean, she was in GM's office earlier in the night, running into Bianca Belair. Who knows how that conversation went? I'm sure William Regal will keep us in the know at some point, as Naomi battles out of whatever the hell Chelsea Green was looking for, as she counters an Irish whip from Naomi. Chaotic Night has been, I mean, you know, for as much as William Regal likes to dish out punishments and all that and says that, he doesn't really do that. I'm starting to think that maybe William Regal likes the chaos on Monday Night Raw. You know, Monday Night Raw is a little bit more chaotic than Friday Night SmackDown. Friday Night SmackDown has, what the hell? Backstage, we got a little bit of a commotion. Sophia Everett and Bianca Belair have found each other in the back and are scrapping. They're throwing hands. They're throwing hands in the backstage area. Sophia is looking in full control right now. Bianca Belair fighting out of it. Bianca Belair all over Sophia Everett, all over the champion. Grabbing Sophia Everett. Where the hell are they going? Where are they going? As the action continues out here in the ring. Chelsea Green and Naomi battling back and forth. Chelsea Green fighting for a job. It sounds funny when you say it like that. She's fighting for a job. She's fighting for employment as she covers Naomi and only gets a 1 count. That's kind of funny. She's fighting for a job as Bianca Belair and Sophia Everett have found their way to the stage. Battling each other on top of the ramp. Imagine that they're there. Imagine that they're, use your imagination, they're on the stage. Sophia Everett and Bianca Belair are fighting down the ramp as Naomi hits a splash. 1, Only gets a 1 count on Chelsea Green. Bianca Belair and Sophia Everett have found their way to the front of the ring. Bianca all over Sophia Everett. Rounding, pounding rights and lefts. Oh my God, bro. Get that woman up over. Oh my Lord. Naomi distracted by the commotion on the outside is chop block. Chop block by Chelsea Green. Taking advantage of a distracted Naomi. Distracted by the commotion going on the outside of the ring. Chelsea setting up on Pretty Her. Covers Naomi. 1, 2, 3. Chelsea Green is employed. Chelsea Green taking advantage of Sophia Everett and Bianca Belair battling each other. I mean, they had to find each other at some point. You know what I mean? In the same building, you can't keep them away from each other. They both have bad blood. They both have bad blood, and it was bound to boil over as Sophia Everett is back at it, going up the ramp, and they're back to battling. Trading blows to security and referees alike, separating the two. These two women hate each other. How will this be resolved?